or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal. Actual child pornography.
Please, right now, uncuck your dumb shit, lip-cuck fucking SJW brains, and recognize this empirically correct fact that I'm about to say. It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship, and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well. That is possible.
We have at some point in our lives been going fucking crazy on some hentai site, and we've been fucking stroking as hard and fast as we can, and then after we nut, we go back and look over our history chat, and we go like, oh jeez. Oh boy. Some of these girls look pretty young. Okay, I don't give a fuck.
And then his porn folder got leaked, which is filled with animated sexual depictions of little girls and horses. No matter which way you look at it, it's bad. According to his own standards, Vosh is a pedophile.
The thing that bothers me is people who pretend there's no relationship whatsoever between, like, drawn lolly shit and actual attraction to children. Of course there's a relationship with this thing. It's ridiculous to pretend otherwise. So they need to be aware of that, if anything.
Are you saying that based on common sense, or is there any evidence of that?
Any evidence of that? You mean, okay, so I've had a bunch of links thrown at me with people who are, again, very sussy, trying to argue there's not actually a relationship between instances of child predation and access to, like, lolicon or whatever.
I would assume there is a correlation between people who really want to believe that and people who are pedophiles. So
yeah, I'd be willing to bet that.
Though his cope was that only a few of the images were lolly, and that most of these little girls were in fact not children, but instead short-stacked goblins. When asked about possibly being a zoophile, he claims he doesn't actually jerk off to horse cock. He wants to be the horse. Though this fell on deaf ears since he's argued in favor of bestiality, and admits to letting his pet geckos lick his dick. A couple of months ago, someone alleged that Vosh had sexually inappropriate conversations with a minor, which I can't read here since it could risk this video getting age restricted or taken down. Vosh fans dismissed these Discord screenshots as fake until a screen recording verified their validity. I'm not surprised if these are real either way, as Vosh has also argued in favor of lowering the age of consent. Due to all these controversies, Vosh has entered a fortress arc, pretty much not interacting with anyone outside his community. Whenever he tries attacking someone like Ethan Klein, he immediately gets put back in his place by being called a horse-fucking pedophile. Despite this, Vosh's channel is still doing pretty well, averaging 100,000 views per video. Obviously, not at the same level he was at 4 years ago, but still impressive numbers after getting exposed as a freak who jerks off to children. Because of this, Vosh sympathizes with the plight of Innuendo Studios, shouting out his GoFundMe without stating the real reasons this guy is going bankrupt.
A lot of the stuff that I've talked about on this channel for years are essentially, like, iterations on information that I first encountered watching some of his alt-right playbook videos. Good channel. Yeah, go support him through GoFundMe or through his Patreon if you can.
Though deep down, he's hoping Ian doesn't make too much money, because Vosh obviously doesn't want competition.
Now, was Innuendo Studios mean to me on Twitter at some point? Probably. A lot of people have been. But you know what? I'm willing to be the bigger man and say I forgive him. Good stuff. Ian Danskin deserves so much more in this current dynamic situation. If we're actually socialist entertainment. Hold on, Gigasad, person who just joined the chat. I saw you a second ago. You said that if Ian Danskin streamed, you would watch him more than me. Ho ho ho. Listen, okay? Let's not take solidarity too far. You still have to give me all your money every month. Alright? Let's not go overboard.
Vosh, your capitalism is showing. Gotta watch out, man. Karl Marx would be very disappointed in you. Despite having this mindset, Vosh still doesn't understand how Innuendo Studios could be failing. How could this guy be losing money after only putting out 30 minutes worth of content a year?
I just think it's disgraceful that, you know, somebody as talented as Innuendo Studios could be having issues like this. Now, in fairness, I don't think that the man's run his channel much as a business, but I don't think everyone should have to.
Well, if you want to make YouTube your full-time job, yes, you have to. I know you guys are socialist grifters, but if you want to avoid going broke, you actually have to make money. Being a bed blob isn't going to make you a millionaire unless you're Jabba the Hutt. It's like if you ran a small restaurant and only opened it to the public once a month. That's how Innuendo Studios runs his channel, yet Vosh doesn't see it that way. He thinks Ian's content is incredibly time-consuming to make, despite mostly putting out 5-minute slideshows.
When the right-wing grift sphere is basically all like affirmative action for retards. I mean, you can be the most incompetent fail-son in the world and still like prop yourself up through that. And you can be so sharp and so intelligent on the left-wing side, but you also need to be lucky and a shrewd businessman, and you need to be like ruthlessly exploiting every mechanism of monetization. And it's like, just why is it so stacked against us? And when I say us,